In the book of Exodus in the Old Testament, we can see the struggle of the Israelites against the Egyptians. We can see that God guided the Israelite people in a way that they will go away from the oppression that they are receiving from the Egyptians. And we could see that particular struggle of the Israelites are happening today in our time. Of course, particularly in a different situation or in a different form. But actually, this is a challenge for all of us that we should do something to liberate ourselves from these oppressions that some people in the authority are doing for us. This is a very good program for the BEC in letting us to be aware that we are called and sent by God to liberate ourselves from the oppression that comes from peoples who know how to control us, to take advantage of us, particularly our weaknesses, and most especially to use their power and authority to belittle us. This is a real situation that we are facing. If this is so, we need to do something. What can we do then? We need to be aware that we are the ones who are giving opportunity for others to sit in a certain position. If this is so, we also have the right to keep them away from their position. Due to the many abuses that they are doing to us, what we need is a true courage for them not to continue their oppressive rulings. If we need much sacrifice, then we should do it. If we need to sacrifice our life, then we do it. For anyway, God gives us the reward. Most especially, we should always remember that unity and cooperation is very important for us to be successful in our fight against oppression. We need to take courage. We should live by the virtue of courage, that we should do something. We should do sacrifices for us, for our voices to be heard. Let us not allow ourselves to be conquered by fear, but by courage. Not oppression, but liberation. Not separation, but oneness. And not hatred, but love. We should see in the life of Jesus that he is oftentimes questioning the scribes and Pharisees because of their very technical view of the law. They could not see the spirit of the law, but they are seeing the technicalities that is behind the law. They are very legalistic, but they cannot see the spiritual essence of the law. This is the fact that we should fight. We should let the people know the true meaning, the true essence of implementing a law. It's not to control people, but to liberate people from poverty. If you want to see where our taxes going, for example, in the government, then we should do why it is our right to be informed, because the funds of the government are coming from us. If we do this, we are creating an atmosphere of sameness and collaboration, regardless of what we are, either rich or poor, in authority or not. But there is one thing that is being asked of us: the power to eradicate ourselves, to eradicate divisions and differences. Remember, we are living in the same arena, and so by nature, we have the same rights, obligations, and duty to perform. We should not just accept that we are poor, because if we accept this, then the avenue of oppression comes in. We need to understand that political imbalance is happening, and that is why many politicians are enjoying the richness that is supposedly for us. This is a relevant challenge for us. we should consider the life of the next generation, the life of our children. It is not okay that we will die poor and later on our children will also die poor. It is not. Because there is the reason why we are poor. And for this, we should know the reason and try to eradicate. We should fight for our right. That actually, there are some people who are sitting in their authority. They are taking advantage of us. They are taking our rights. And most often than not, we believe that they are right. But it's not. The Lord is saying for us that we should fight for our right. It's not because that they are rich and we are poor that we should look up to them. It's not, my dear friends. We have the same value. We have the same identity. And so, we must remember that the fight should start now. Because we are concerned for the life of our children. And so, my dear friends, we should fight for the welfare of our next generation. Thank you very much.